Hello everybody, my name is Tactical Legos, and today we're going to be taking a look at this Axial SCX30 Chevrolet K10. It's a 1/30th scale remote control crawler, so it's quite small. I've got the 1/10th scale Chevy K10 base camp, also from Axial up here, just to give an idea of the size. A small truck there. And here's the SCX24 deadbolt. You can see it's still quite a bit smaller than the 24th scale SCX series. So I'm gonna clip y'all into the tripod here and we'll unbox this thing. Well, hopefully that is. I've already tried to a couple times. We can not get interrupted this time. I've already popped this one off. Pop this one over here off. A little bit hard to do, trying to keep it in frame, but sorry y'all, this probably not the best footage right now. There we go. That should be it for now. Should just a little bit stubborn, but it should. There we go. I've been wanting to feel these. Ooh. It's an interesting feeling. I was wondering how they'd feel for something so small. Pull the truck out, set it over there. Looks like we got our instructions and ooh, some decals. Looks like. Pop that open, take a better look at those real quick. Yeah, it looks like, if it'll focus, we got some Axial stickers. There we go. Some Mickey Thompson, Fear No Trail 2-wheel drive, that's cute. Not Lost Exploring, more scratches, more stories. Pavement, never heard of it. What's that one say? Air down, throttle up, okay. And some Axial logo stickers, that's kind of a nice addition. What are those up top? US flag, looks like some... I feel like that's a flag of somewhere, but I'm not sure where, but that's like a... looks like a bear with a moon in the background. Some more square Axial, and then I'm not sure what that icon thing is, probably some sort of brand. Looks like some sort of pickaxe weird thing right there, like forestry or something, huh. Anyways. Let's not spend too much time on that. That is interesting to me, though. This little promotional thing showing the thing. I guess this is a flip sheet. Just random quick start guide and a full manual. Okay. Probably don't need much of that, though, because this is not my first Axial. Still, where did I just dropped the darn decals. Alright, let's see what else we got in here. Should have the transmitter and a battery somewhere, unless the battery's already in the truck. That is, probably can't see it, but that's all that's in the box. Get that out of the way for now. Where do I open this at? Okay, right here. I take it this is probably the transmitter and the charger and stuff. I'll pull these out first. Got a, looks like a standard USB charger. Nothing fancy, just get you going. Oh yeah, I heard about these. I think these are like for the markers. Like the Chevy logo and then the side markers right there, I think. I'm sorry, y'all can't see that. And I think you can, yeah, it's got the blue in right now. I might switch it out for the black, to be honest. Oh, what else is in there? Looks like, oh yeah, the skid plates for if you get the aftermarket thing. Looks like some screws and bushings, and then yeah, there's the additional stovepipe stacks, which screw into those little screw holes right there. You can put 2 exhaust stacks. And we got the transmitter, of course. This out of there. Pretty sure this is the Spectrum SLT2 instead of the SLT3, which has like a switch. Yeah, the SLT2. There it says on it. Throttle limiter, steering. Pretty standard. Steering rate, steering trim. Center that before we turn it on. I always like to. And it looks like it takes 4 AA batteries, which are also included. Always a nice touch. I don't necessarily, oh dang, that one went flying all the way around. I don't necessarily mind it too bad when these aren't included, but it's always a nice touch. Always sucks when you get home and you realize, oh crap, we don't have batteries for the remote. Or we're out of AAAs or something. Huh. Oh, that's weird. I'm not used to that. I'm not sure if I know how to turn this thing on. Did I even put these in? Alright, wait, let me double check. I'm not sure I did. Yeah, I don't think I put them in the right way. I'm a doofus, sorry about that. I cannot see, apparently. I guess, oh, these batteries kind of look strange. They have like a divot on the rear, too. I guess that's what got me. Okay, let's try that now. I guess you hold it for a second, or maybe double tap it. Okay, yeah, tap it once to come on, tap and hold to go off. Okay, figured it out. The other, the SLT3s, you push it in and then it like clicks in like ding ding, like a pen, if you know what I mean, like a ballpoint pen. Should have one. Why don't I have one? Anyways, you know what I mean, like a ding 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 ding. But anyways, that's interesting, I guess. Okay, yeah, I guess you hold it for just a little bit longer. I'm not used to that. Okay, yeah, and it does need a double tap to go off. Interesting. Damn. Okay. Alright, let's pop this car out before we spend too much time looking at the remote. Looks like it's just some twisties. Stupid paint finger. Stuck. Yeah, they twisted these up tight, that's for sure. Do not want this coming undone in the shipping. Come on, camera, why are you focusing all weird? Ow, that hurts my fingers. Okay. Then, yeah, it should just pull out. They got that. What the? There we go. It's all twisted up in the linkage. That's not ideal. Okay, got that one out. Rear ones were better. Those front ones were like all stuck in the linkage. Ooh. It's a very tiny servo. Got the shocks. If it'll focus again. These are supposedly grease-filled friction shocks. I feel like they've got some sort of damping. I guess this is just to hold the body on. I guess the battery's gotta, Lord, if I can get this. I guess the battery's gotta be in the truck, because I did not see it anywhere else. If I remember right, on some of the other videos I saw, it is in the truck. I don't know, it's been a couple months since I saw the original release videos of this. I think it just pops off, right? Hope I'm not about to break it here. Maybe I should check the quick start guide. Lord, dog barking outside. Must be getting walked right now. Yeah, just pull up front, pull back on the. Okay. So if you pull up on the front, pull back. I was thinking it just pops off on the front. I'm just not wanting to break it. How do I? Oh, I see where it pops off. Okay. There we go. And slide back. Pops off on those little tabs there. I was grabbing it above the tabs, trying to pull apart the body like a doofus. Okay, so if the camera will stop being stupid, I paid a lot for this phone. You'd think it'd know how to autofocus, but it doesn't apparently. Anyways, looks like we got the. Gosh, why is it not? This camera or this phone's about to make me mad. Okay, got the 65 turn motor in there. Looks like we got a SX112 analog surface. Little tiny servo in there. I wonder how that'll do. This is pretty light though, so maybe it doesn't need much more. Got straight axles front and rear. Wouldn't really expect portals for this price point. That is one thing that the big brother you can see just peeking out has over this. It's definitely probably going to be a bit better of a performer out of the box. Does look like we got, I mean, of course that's a given. It's bigger, but it's kind of a apples to orange comparison. Does look like we got high clearance links in the rear. Kind of nice. Yeah, there's that battery pack. Before we keep looking too much at this, let's go ahead and get this on the charge. Why's that all tangled up? Lord. Guess it was so it wouldn't flop around. Sorry, hit the tripod. I'm not gonna. Oh, Lord. I forgot I don't have the a charge adapter for that type of I'm gonna keep kicking the tripod. I guess I am gonna use the little USB charger that they included just to get you going. Darn, I forgot about that. On my SCX24 I use batteries that have a JST-PH and an RCY lead, both of them, so come on, camera, focus. Why are you? You know, I'm not actually on camera doing anything right now. Yeah, I guess I'm gonna cut the recording real quick. I'll be right back. I'm just gonna go plug this up. Alright, I had to go grab a charging block. Just gonna go plug this up right off camera. And connect that. Shouldn't take too much to charge. It's just a 160 milliamp hour battery. It's not very big. It's a 2S. Anyways, let's, I guess, investigate a little bit further. Got the battery strap, transmission, links and all that, drive shafts, everything looks pretty standard. Honestly, pretty impressed by it. What's the flex looking like? Tip point. Of course, that's without the body, but it's not terrible. I'd say that's pretty good. Try putting this back on. Okay. I think I've got it clipped. Now it just goes up and in, I think. Yeah. Yeah, it's not bad. I mean, it's about what I'd expect it to do. That's pretty good. Should have a pretty fun time getting over some tiny river rocks. Looks pretty nice. Can't lie, I am liking the look of this. Of course, I already have the larger K10, so you can tell I'm not against square bodies, but I guess there's not much else to do other than go run this thing. Except I am really quickly going to put on these little smokestacks. Just because I think they would look cool. Grab these out of the packaging over here. So these guys, they go like like that. Or I guess you could angle them outwards if you wanted. I kind of think I like them like this. Yeah, and then here's the, I think these are the bottom little mounts. Let me just double check that. The instruction manual, let's find that. Install the body. Not seeing it on the table of contents was the time-tested method of sweeping through and staring at the images. Not seeing it there. Might not be in this, to be honest, because this isn't a, I don't know if this is model specific. You know, it's just the SCX30. Wonder if maybe it's in the quick start guide. If I can figure out where I put that. Here it is. I think that's just same thing. Okay, well, I guess we're just gonna have to hope that my assumption is right in that case. Which is a good amount of most model building. So, not too unfamiliar with that concept, but I do believe that these two screws and then those are like something to be a backer for the screws, I guess. That's what I'm assuming this is. Just see if this would even make sense. I think it would. I even got a screwdriver that small though? That's gonna be our next conundrum. That is a tiny, tiny screw. I'll have to be right back again, I guess. I'll go get some small screwdrivers. Alright, let's see if the screwdriver I've got small enough. Just barely. I think it's gonna work though. Let's pop this body. Oh. Pop this body back off. And those little holes right there, I don't know if you can see them. That is where they're gonna go through. So I guess I'll just take this down here. Oop. This is tiny. I knew that was gonna be the issue with working on this though, is that this is going to be tiny parts. So if you already have issues working on your SCX24, which I undoubtedly do, this might not be the best truck for you. You might honestly even do yourself better with one of these larger 1/10 scale. I love that truck. I just recently got it. First 1/10 scale crawler. I've had a 1/10 scale basher before, but that thing is great so far. Loving that truck. I'll have to do a full review on it one day. Let's see. Okay, got it lined up. Is that even poking out enough to be? I'm not sure if I'm doing this right. Yeah, I don't think you're supposed to use these spacers like this. I don't know. Let me just see how it does without them. You know, I think these might be servo savers now that I think about it. Because they've got, oh, and I just dropped one of them. Let me see if I can find that real quick. might be gone. Oh yeah, that might be gone. That's alright. I got 3 more. And I'm probably gonna replace that servo eventually. It's usually one of the things I change out. With these smaller crawlers at least. I'm not sure. God. Not sure how these SCX30s work though. Again, this is my first. Dang, this thing is tiny. Not wanting to go in that hole. Don't have the best lighting out here either. There we go. Okay, yeah, I think that's gonna work a lot better. Let's go ahead and get this screwdriver positioned on it. So keep it held in, hopefully. I think I got it. I don't think it's too cross-threaded. Try to get it lined up. Alright, I got that one on. I'm gonna do the other one off camera just because I'm sure y'all don't want to watch me fiddle with the second one. So I'll be back once I've got that one on. Alright, and of course, when I cut the camera, the second one went on in like 30 seconds. That's how it is. But, yeah, now we got the 2 stacks on there. Of course, this is going to slightly worsen our performance. We're putting more weight higher up. But, I don't know, I kind of like that. I think that looks cool. See how it looks on the body real quick, and then after that, I guess there's nothing left to do but putting it on the wrong way, being a doofus. Run this thing. Yeah, I think that looks pretty good. Not exactly sure how to swap that out, but I think I'm going to change it for the black one. I don't know, that blue kind of does look good though. I don't mind it that much. These tires are kind of... I feel like they could be a bit softer, but it's not terrible. They could be softer, but I feel like with some brass parts maybe or something, not really sure exactly what you do, but I feel like they could have been a little bit. They've got like a nice gummy texture to them, but the actual softness, I feel like could have had a little bit more bite to them, but it ought to work fine. We'll have to see how it performs actually on the trail though. I've learned that it's hard to tell everything based on how your thumb grips it. But might have to wait a day or two. We'll have to see how the probably gonna run it tonight, but it is getting dark already, so I might have to wait for some actual good footage of running this, or at least what I'd call better footage for the morning or tomorrow. But it'll be the same day for y'all, because of course y'all are watching the video. So either way, I'll come back whenever got some footage running this thing, take it out for a quick little test run, see how it performs, and we'll check back in for the final thoughts. Alright, I actually failed to notice that the battery had charged during the time that I recorded all that, which was probably no less than 20 to 30 minutes since I plugged it up, if I had to guess. Or no more than, I mean. But let's just do a little bench run, see how she runs and sounds. plugged in there. There we go. Wait a minute, where's the on and off button at? I did not locate that previously. Oh, there is no on and off button. I just hadn't pushed it in all the way. Doofus me, I should have had the transmitter on. Okay. Decent steering rate, looks like. I like this clipless body. It's a little bit taking some getting used to, but I like the look of it once it's on. Just let me back it up and actually test the low speed performance. I don't know what I was going to test there. Let's center those wheels a little bit more there. There we go. Let's see what the low speed control looks like. Not terrible. See how it might not be able to grip on that cardboard. That cardboard's kind of light. Let's see if I got anything for it to crawl up and over real quick. Just pull out this, just a couple random articles of one more thing. Maybe two. Let's make it a little mountain for it. Getting hot-sided there. Looks pretty good though, honestly. Let's try going around this way. If I could get more steering authority on that though. Not bad, I mean. Oh. Okay, so my phone decided that that would be a great time to run out of battery. Anyways, I guess that really kind of is the end of the video, because this one is, I think it's already getting to be about 30 minutes long. So, I'll just have to do an actual outdoor test in a separate video, which I should have posted soon. Do a little outdoor run. Once I get that posted, that'll be in the link in the description. And I'll also have a link to where you can buy this. You can get it multiple places. Like, for example, I got it at my local hobbytown. But you can also buy them online. Not affiliated or sponsored or anything, but I do like Axial products. Looks pretty nice. I did take it for a short little run outside on some rocks. Nothing I prepared for it. It seemed like it did okay. I feel like on some terrain it would do really good, but we'll have to see how that does in the actual video where we run it. I like that Chevrolet logo on the back, but anyways, thank you guys for watching. Hope to catch y'all on the next one, and should have a new video out soon.